week. No, it wasn't last week. It was actually on Monday where we started talking about facts and figures. And basically, this is a live to talk about how you can use analytics and numbers within your business, right? So this is great for small business owners. If you have not been using data in your business or you are ready to get started, then this is the perfect live stream for you. Thanks for joining me over on Instagram. And then I am also going live on YouTube and Facebook. So on Monday, we actually kicked off this series and we had a really great conversation. So I'm looking forward to having a really great conversation again today. And for those of you that do watch on the replay, if you could just let me know that you are watching from the replay, pound replay, that would be great as well. So just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Tanya Harrison. I am CEO and founder of Signal Partners. And I help small business owners just like you to be more productive and profitable within their business by integrating some efficient, straightforward solutions. So in the areas of technology, techniques, tactics, and team, helping you develop your team. So, hey, Expert Office, thanks for joining. I want to just quickly recap last week for those of you who, not last week, I keep saying that, it was Monday. It was on Monday. So just really quickly on Monday, what we talked about is why some small business owners kind of shy away from getting started with data. And we came up with a couple of different reasons. One of them being intimidated with the numbers, right? So that's one of the things, just it seems like it's something that is overwhelming. So what this series this week I want to do is that I want you to help you slowly get into it and navigate your way in a way where it's not overwhelming, it's straightforward, and you're going to walk away with some actionable steps that you could take within your business immediately to start using data. So one of the things we came up with was it is a little bit intimidating, and then it can be confusing if you don't know where to start. And then also, because I am using my CEO mode tablet to keep track of some of the things. Another thing is that you're looking at the wrong information, right? So somebody said you need to be tracking in your business, and you either start tracking everything and it was overwhelmed, or you're just looking at things that don't really help you to move your business forward. So we're going to get rid of that. We're no longer going to do that. But the other thing is that there's some really huge benefits that comes with looking at the information that you have within your business, right? So it is really, really easy for you to cut costs in your business, save time, you know what I mean? Because if you are looking at the numbers, they are going to help to direct you with where it is that you need or want to go. Thank you for joining me. So, just by understanding where your leads are coming from, that can help you with where you need to show up more often. So that was one of the examples that we talked about on Monday as well. So just thinking about what it is that you need to take in and how you could use it in a way to help you to make the best decisions going forward, right? So it can help you cut costs, because you're looking at the efficiencies within your business, you're tracking things throughout the process. It can help you to improve your customer experience, which is huge, right? So if you're getting feedback from your customers and you're actually taking that data in and looking at it, it'll help you make decisions on how you want to go forward with certain things. So just a whole lot of usage for it. But how do you get started, right? So today, that's kind of what I want to talk about. And this is probably not going to be a long live stream because it is pretty straightforward how I'm going to break it down for you. So today's live stream is going to be about how to identify the right data for your specific business, right? How do you know what you should be tracking in your business? Because one of the things that we talked about on Monday that I mentioned is that it's different for different businesses. So you may need to track traffic, whereas somebody else may need to track their customer experience and things like that. At some point in time, as you continue with tracking and growing your business, you're going to be tracking a lot of these elements. But right out the gate, I don't recommend trying to track everything. It's just going to be overwhelming and confusing. But if you ease into it, right? You ease into it and you start tracking a little bit at a time, and those things that make the most sense for you and your business, you'll become more comfortable with it. And then you can start to spread out and know exactly what you need to be tracking as you continue down the path. So that's what I want to talk about today. So the first thing that you want to do is that, and sometimes we forget to do this, and I do as well, but the first thing that you really want to do is you want to understand what your mission is, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, who you're trying to serve, because sometimes we get off track and we start doing all of the other things that are not aligned with what it is that we said that we wanted to do. And if that changes, that's fine. You know what I mean? However, you have to be able to identify that change. So stick as close to your mission as possible when you are, deciding a lot of things, right? When you're doing your goal planning and all of that, you want to make sure that it all aligns. So the reason why we stick close to our mission is because our goals come out of it. And that's the real meat of what it is that we want to initially start tracking, right? So what are your goals and objectives? What is it that you're trying to accomplish within your business? That is going to be huge when it comes to tracking. Start with, and I do 90-day sprints. So let me just clarify my goal setting process. Even though I look at things on a yearly basis, so I take a holistic view of my business, I break it down into 90-day sprints, and they align with each quarter. So as we are going into Q2, I have specific things that I want to accomplish during this quarter. And I find that it helps me to narrow my focus so that I'm not all over the place, right? So we're going to start with Q2. If you haven't done any planning for the year, that is fine. It is what it is, right? We're going to start where we are. So for Q3, we're going to set what our goals are. What is your intention for the quarter? So I like to kind of theme my quarters. This quarter, Q3, my goal is to literally touch 100 small business owners. And when I say touch, I mean work with, right? So whether that is in my one-on-one coaching program or in my membership or doing strategy sessions. So that is 33 and a third per month if you break it down, but that is what my ultimate goal is. So in aligning with that, I need to decide exactly what it is that I need to track, right? So in terms of data, and I'm not talking about, right now, I'm not talking about my key performance indicators, but what data is it that I need to track so that I know if I'm hitting that goal or if I'm on track to hitting that goal, right? So using awareness, because the first thing I need to do is people need to know about me and what it is that I do and how I can assist them, right? So I need to put myself out there more. So I need to figure out how to get more eyes on what is my social media profile, my website, or, whatever it is. If I'm going to events, whatever it is, I need to identify what that is. So mission, goal, and then we're going to start to identify exactly what your data source is, right? So if I know that I want to bring awareness, one of the things I am going to track is going to be my website traffic. How many people are actually coming to my website? How many people are actually converting, right? So they came to my website, now they bought something. How many people fit that category? So I already know I need to track website traffic. If I know I need to track website traffic, I need to figure out how to do that. So you see where I'm going? Does it make sense? If you break it down that way, here's my mission, here's my goal, here's what it is that I need to track, right? So just to give you another example for somebody that is a coach, right? So maybe they have a lot of traffic coming to their site, they're getting discovery calls, but they're not converting the calls. So that's where you need to be looking at your data, right? So you need to be looking at why am I not converting? What is it that I need to track? So first I need to know what my conversion rate is. So I need to have my CRM where it's set up where how many people came in, how many people did I have a discovery call with, how many of those I converted versus how many I didn't convert. So this will help you to kind of align with what it is that you need to be tracking, right? So if you are using social media as a part of your marketing, and one of your goals is to increase your marketing efforts, then you need to be tracking your analytics from social media. So does that make sense? Does that you have any questions about that so far? Because I want to give you some more examples. So let me know. I see a couple of you on. And again, if you watch this on the replay and you have questions, you could definitely DM me. But for those of you that are on, if you have any questions so far, just let me know. Okay, so I have my mission, I have my objective, or I have my goal. Okay, thank you. I have my goal. Now, where do I go, right? So I want to kind of walk you through 3 things, regardless of what business you are in, right? 3 things that you need to be tracking. So the first part of this was things that are going to be specific to your goals, right? So they may not align with what everybody else needs to track. It's what you are trying to accomplish this quarter. So you decide what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then you're going to identify what those data points look like, right? So in general, these are things that I recommend everybody track within their business. So these are, and we're starting with the 3, right? There's 3 things that I think that everybody should track within their business. My phone is doing something weird, so I was just checking to see if I was still coming through. I think I'm still live. Okay. On Instagram, I look good on Facebook, and okay. So the first thing is revenue. I think that you should always track your revenue, right? And when I say revenue, I'm talking about how much the volume is gone. Okay. Okay. Is that back? Because I saw something blinking. I didn't know what it was. Is the volume back? Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I saw something blinking. I didn't know what that was. That never happened. So in the beginning, right, you definitely want to make sure that you are tracking your revenue goals. How much money do you have coming in? How much money do you have going out? And the cost of doing business. Those are the 3 things that I would recommend. So how much money you have coming in, right? And where they're coming in from. So if you sell more than one service, then you would have all of your different services. If you sell more than one product, you would have all of your different products. What's going out? So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping track of your expenses. That's huge, right? Because we could have some huge leaks there. So we want to make sure that we are keeping our hands on that. And then the third thing is the cost of doing business. How much does it really cost for you to produce that product or to provide that service? We kind of talked about that on Monday, because we definitely, of course, want to make sure we are pricing our services or our products accordingly, at minimum, we want to make sure we are breaking even. So definitely tracking your income goals, so your revenue goals. So that's number one. Everybody should at least be doing that at minimum. The second thing is tracking your traffic, right? So everybody doesn't have a website, but some people have landing pages that they use. Whether you are using a website or a landing page, you should be tracking your traffic. So how many people are actually coming to your website or your landing page? Where are they coming from? So are they coming from, Instagram? Or are they coming from LinkedIn? Where are they coming from? Are they coming from referrals? So if you have a CRM, a customer relationship management software, in there, you usually ask people, how did you hear about me? So are they coming from referrals? So track where people are coming from, right? So that is landing page, website, whatever. You want to make sure you're tracking your traffic and your sources, where they're coming from. And then you want to track your conversion rate of all of the people that are coming, of 100 people that are coming, what percentage is converting. So that is important as well. The third thing that I recommend that you track, or the third area, so the first area has to do with your income. The second area has to do with your traffic. The third area has to do with your service delivery. You always want to keep your eye on your client, right? And you can do this in a couple of different ways. So if you already have a feeling that something may not be going well, you can start there. But if you just don't know, just pick something, right? So when I say service delivery, you are delivering a product or service to your customer or your client. I usually say client for everybody, but you're delivering something to them. You're providing something with them. You want to have a pulse on how that's going. So whether that is a survey that you send out after you provide a service, just to kind of get feedback on what their experience was, how they felt, and things like that. Or it could be if you are providing a product, you can also track your time to fulfill, right? Because this is an area that you always, I don't care how good you think you always want to be looking to improve when it comes to providing products and service to your client. You always want to make sure that that they're happy, and anything that you can do to enhance that or make it better, you definitely want to make sure you do it. So I recommend that you track something in this area. So it could be your happiness of your customer through a survey, like I mentioned. It could be your delivery time. And when I say fulfillment and delivery time, this goes for products and services. So if I am doing website design, how long does it take me from the time they come on board and make the payment to the time I turn over that website? Are there things that I can do to get them to that point quicker? Are there things that I could do throughout that process to make it easier? And a lot of this comes just from tracking, right? And collecting data directly from them. So I always recommend that you have at minimum one of these goals, because it's that important, right? That's why we're in business, because of our clients, to help them receive whatever product, transformation, whatever it is, but to help them in some kind of way. So we want to make sure that we're actually doing that, and they are happy with the way we're doing it. And anything that we can do to enhance it, we always want to do to enhance it. So regardless of what business you're in, regardless of what you're doing, I recommend these three things that you include as a part of your tracking. So again, that was your income. The second one was your traffic, your leads, where they come from, how they get there, all of that, and how they're converting. And then the third thing is in the area of service delivery that has to do directly with your customers. Does that make sense? So that should get you started, right? So now you have to decide exactly what it is that I want to do. What tools is it that I have to integrate within my business? And for each one of these, the tool that you use is going to look differently, right? So for instance, when it comes to your revenue, just to give you an example for each one of these, when you talk about your revenue, you could use an accounting software. In my membership, I have a training on Wave. Wave is a free accounting software. It does the basics, right? So you can track what's coming in, you can track what's going out, you can track, you can put in there your cost of goods sold. You can have all of that within Wave, but there are some really other awesome ones. Xero, QuickBooks, whatever it is you can decide to use. Some people use spreadsheets. You can get the same information from that as well. When you're talking about your traffic, I definitely recommend having Google Analytics on your website. That's going to help you track, and that's going to give you way more information than what I talked about. It'll even help you understand more about your customers, the demographics of your customers and how they're maneuvering through your website and things like that. So definitely recommend that you have Google Analytics. And that's another thing. No shameless plug, honey. That's another thing that's in the Savvy Operations Society membership. So if you haven't checked that out, you definitely want to check out that membership. So I have trainings in there to help guide you through a lot of this, because most of us are some of us are just getting started, or we don't know where to start. So that is a resource. And right now I have a 14-day free trial. I am so sorry. Apollo, stop. And then the third thing, when it comes to client delivery, that could be your CRM that you could be using, right? So you have a customer relationship management tool that's going to give you information where you can actually track from the time a lead came on to the time they signed the contract and went on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Expert Office is in the membership. So there are, different tools that you can use for each one of those. And again, I have the trainings, I have some trainings in the membership. And again, 14-day free trial. So you definitely want to jump on that. You could click the link in the bio to get to that on Instagram. But those are the three things that I would definitely recommend that you start with to get started, right? So that is what I wanted to cover today. If you have any questions, you can drop those and I'll be sure to answer them. And on Friday, I will be back again at 11 o'clock. And I'm going to talk about how to use some of this information to make decisions, right? So this is basically taking data into information, because data is just data. It's just numbers. It's just, you know what I mean? But you have to be able to transform it into useful information that you can use to make decisions. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So bring your questions. If you have any questions and you were here Monday and you're back Wednesday, or go back and watch the replay if you didn't catch Monday, but definitely come back on Friday, bring your questions, and we're going to do a wrap up of this little mini series. And then I have one other thing for you. I have a free ebook, and it's called The Metrics Behind the Money, and it's going to help you with developing, like, where do you start with identifying key performance indicators for your business, which is another thing that's really important. And all you have to do is text LIVE, LIVE, to area code 954-513-4555. Again, that number is 954-513-4555. You text the word LIVE, and then you'll get a link to that ebook. All right, it's a free ebook. So that is all that I have for you today. I want to thank you for joining me. Had an awesome time as usual. And then for anyone, again, that is joining me on the replay, you can go ahead and you can put pound replay, and then I will watch those and I will answer any questions that you have if you put them below or if you DM me. All right. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday. Talk to you soon. Bye.